All right, today we're going to go over Apple CarPlay. The demo car I have is a 2017 BMW 540i. Obviously, it comes standard with navigation, and it does have the optional CarPlay feature. So note that CarPlay is not standard. It's a $300 option, and it's available on certain models. So this one's equipped, and specifically with the 5 Series, it does have touchscreen capability. So a lot of this you can do with touchscreen. I'll probably use the iDrive controller for the most of it, but just note that you can do this with a touchscreen. So to pair your phone as a CarPlay device on the iDrive, you'll go into, well, there's several ways, but I'm going to use communication. Go to communication, manage mobile devices is what you want. You can access manage mobile devices through, media radio or settings as well, but manage mobile devices, connect new device, and then I'm going to connect an Apple CarPlay device and confirm. Then on my device, I'm going to go to settings, Bluetooth. You should notice on the bottom it pop up 78022, which matches right up here. Give it a touch. Pairing request on the phone, we'll press pair. On the car, we'll hit OK. And then another pop-up comes up, and we will allow. So you just follow the prompts for the most part. It's pretty straightforward. So then on the phone I get this pop-up, and we will use CarPlay. Obviously, if you don't select use CarPlay, you'll just connect your device as a Bluetooth device. All right, so now we're connected up with the car. BMW is the first to do a wireless CarPlay setup. So you'll notice in your settings that it does use Wi-Fi and turns the Bluetooth connection off. So just FYI, the BMW is the first one to do that. So you don't have to physically plug in to any USB ports or anything. You can do this all wirelessly. Now, with the CarPlay menu, one thing to know is on the controller, I can hit this menu button to take me back to the main screen in the BMW. The menu button here, it'll take me back to the main menu up here. So if you are in the main menu, you can get back to CarPlay by either scrolling the wheel to the left and accessing this little icon, or touching the screen and pressing that icon right there, the CarPlay icon. Or you can press and hold the menu button down for a few seconds, and it just jumps right to CarPlay that way. So there's a couple of ways to get to the main menu for CarPlay. Once you're in CarPlay, the functionality is pretty straightforward. If you have an iOS device, then you're probably pretty familiar with this setup. You got the tile layout here. You can swipe left and right to access different options or different applications. Down here in the lower left, you do have, this is like your home screen button here. It takes you back to this main home screen. Battery charge, obviously your coverage right now, time. And then you have these quick access icons over here on the left to recently accessed applications. And these will stay up here. So as I go to, say I go into maps, you'll notice that these icons are still accessible. So you can quick access those even if you're in the middle of a different application. So I can jump right to, messages from here and go right back to maps if I want. But that's what these guys over here are. These ones here, the third-party apps that are compatible are through Apple. So Apple approves what is and is not compatible. That's not through BMW. So check with Apple's updates on what is compatible with CarPlay. If you wanted to switch your layout in here, how things are set up on the screen as far as the tiles go, you'd have to do that through your actual device. So if I am in the settings, I'll go back down into general, and then CarPlay, and then find the CarPlay device, which is this BMW. Then once you're in this menu, you can either remove, or if there was other compatible apps, they'd be listed down here. You could add them in, and you can rearrange the setup how it is up here. If say I didn't want Pandora, so I could press that button. The little minus guy. There it goes. Took a second. And it's nice too because it's actually got this real-time update. So as I remove or move things around, you'll notice it switches up on the screen pretty quickly. So it's good response. But yeah, that's how you would switch the tile layout up there. Let's see, we got that. Oh yeah, and Siri integration, you also have that. So on the steering wheel, you have a voice command button that you can use to access either the BMW iDrive voice commands, or you can use Siri integration by pressing and holding the voice command button. You bring up Siri on the iDrive, and as you can see, it's pretty traditional Siri screen that you would get on like your iPhone or something. So pressing and holding the voice command button on the steering wheel would bring that up. The other thing you'll notice too is, like, if I were to access messages directly from this home screen, it'll go right to Siri first.
Send your message.
I can, press on the screen again to bypass that, but it's going to default to a hands-free method in order to be a safer alternative than using the touchscreen too much. So just FYI, you can get through Siri on that screen, but note that it will default to that initially. And some of the limitations that you have with the system, one thing to note that I noticed a lot of people run into is with the contacts. So I'm going to go back to the main screen here for BMW. In communication, you'll have this contacts here. If your phone is paired as a Bluetooth device, your contacts will populate in this menu. But if you're connected as a CarPlay device, you will not have contacts in here. You'll notice it'll tell me I have no contacts. Obviously I do have contacts, I have my phone connected, but everything's being done through CarPlay. So you notice how it says phone in Apple CarPlay. I have to do my contacts list in here. See my contacts through here. So I can't do it through the BMW iDrive. That's also going to be true with music as well. And the other thing I see people get kind of confused with is the maps. So if you are using CarPlay and say you start using the map system here, note that it's gonna run the maps here. You'll see everything updated. It'll give you turn by turn to the speakers and everything. But if you're used to for one, having a head-up display, or maybe getting the arrow directions in your instrument cluster, that's not going to be compatible with CarPlay, so you won't get those additional indicators on the vehicle. So note that if you're using CarPlay, it's all done up on the screen through CarPlay that way. But yeah, those are some of the limitations I've seen with the system. Yeah, if you have any other questions or comments, please let me know. That's the most I can think of right now as far as CarPlay. But yeah, leave something in the comments and we'll be happy to help.